And I know this is kind of a weird night to be live, so we're going to call this a sneak preview. And tonight I'm going to be doing the Barovian Butterscotch Pudding, which is out of the Heroes Feast book. This is probably going to be one of the hardest things I've ever done because it's candy. And if I don't get the temperature just right, the whole thing flops. So, after a delectable wolf steak, some buttery garlic bread, and a few glasses of the Red Dragon Crush wine, nothing satisfies the sweet tooth like the Blue Water Inn's famous Barovian butterscotch pudding. This dish is as sweet and smooth as a tall chalice of owl milk butter. I'm sorry, Albert milk. But a few pieces of advice for those who seek traverse the ghostly mists of Barovia to dine in their establishments. 1. Return home before nightfall, especially during the full moon. 2. Don't spend the night at Castle Ravenloft. And no matter how much the host wants you to stay. 3. Avoid Dream Pies and Purple Grape Mash No. 3 by the Wizard of Wine's Vineyard at all costs. So if you were here Sunday, hey hon, can you do me a favor and turn off the TV? I forgot that. I was playing with a pencil sharpener. So if you were here Sunday, I made the Purple Grape Mash No. 3. It was delicious and it was strong. I actually knocked out a player. I didn't mean for him to fall asleep at the table. So,
and all I'm gonna say is this: only you.
I'm trying to kill my players, and I'm not even the DM, man. I just cook. So, cook's note: avoid using heavily peated scotch, which can overwhelm the dish with smokiness. That's the cook notes. So this serves 4. I'm gonna up it a little bit because we have 6 players. This is actually tomorrow night. We're playing a home brew, but where we had to change places last minute, I wasn't able to make the butterscotch. So it takes 1/4 cup unsalted butter, 2/3 cup packed brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of water, 1.5 tablespoons light corn syrup, 1 teaspoon fresh lemon juice, 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, 3/4 cup of heavy cream, 2 cups of whole milk, 3 egg yolks, 3 tablespoons cornstarch, 1 teaspoon pure vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon Scotch and Irish whiskey, and very lightly creamed whipped cream. I have all of the ingredients, making sure that we're not using Scotch with this. We are using whiskey. So, that being said, now when I went over the recipe, this is actually... Oh, for those of you playing the secret word game, I completely forgot. Your first word tonight is cats. Cats. Meow. So, that being said, like I said, the pictures in this book are absolutely gorgeous. The picture of what hopefully will turn out. And then a nice little drawing of Castle Ravenloft. See, this is why I wanted to do this earlier in the day. I'm all hyper and tongue-tied. But no, we had to do chores and stuff. So, how this recipe starts is it has you heating the stuff in a hot pan, and while it's heating in the hot pan, you're supposed to do other stuff in other bowls. So, to make it a little easier and I'm not on the constraint of time by my burner, I'm actually going to start the do in a bowl for stuff. So, in a bowl, which I'm going to go ahead and use this one, it says whisk together the cream and milk to combine. So, 3/4 cup of heavy cream, that's 1.5 cups of heavy cream, and 4 cups of milk. I'm going to need the bigger bowl. So that's right? Yes, 1.5 cups of cream. which I put back in the fridge because I'm smart. So there's the heavy whipping cream. Here's the milk. So 4 cups of milk. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to whisk this together. So cream and milk combine. Okay, it's nice and frothy, so I think it's combined. So then in another, that said whisk together. Okay, so yeah, I am supposed to whisk. In another bowl, the egg yolks, cornstarch, and a little bit of this mixture. So I'm not going to do the mixture yet, but I am going to take the egg yolks. Now, this is funny because when I did the last recipe, what was that? I don't remember. I only used the egg whites. So I'm actually going to use a mug, crack the egg. What I'm doing is I'm just letting everything drip out. Come on, get off of there. And save the yolk. Which usually, that's right, I prepare my ingredients before I do anything. I am all backwards. And I knew I was going to do that. Oh no, and I'm beating up the yolk. Crap. Which I'm going to have to beat it up anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But I don't want to do that again. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you really enjoy what I'm doing, please don't hesitate to support my channel. My PayPal and my Cashapp are both EmberBurnsBlack. I also have an Amazon wish list in the description. And this is how to get your hands slimy 101. Which I've seen them on cooking shows use hands to separate eggs from yolks. Oh, that was a beautiful separation right there. Up until, what was it, last week? What did I make? No, it wasn't last week. I think it was right before Easter. I used the egg whites, and that was actually my first time that I think I've ever separated eggs. Oops, I did it again.
All right, Brittany.
Hush. But luckily, that one fell directly on the spoon. Get all the white off of it. Ha ha! Now, if you excuse me, I do have to wash my hands. So, that being said, this is really fitting. Those of you playing the secret word game, your second word is idiots. So, that was fun. So, in a separate bowl, whisk the yolks, and cornstarch. So, I need 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, doubling it 6. And usually, I know it's weird to see me grab teaspoons and tablespoons, but this is, like I said, this is candy. And with baking, you have to be exact. That's one of the reasons why you don't see me bake often. Okay. 2. 3. 4. Ooh, this kitchen was clean. 5. And 6. Set that aside because I am going to need it again. And a little bit of the cream mixture. And I'm going to go ahead and whisk that together. Woo! Maybe. So that is a pretty pastel Easter yellow that I got going on. And I am sorry if I do seem dead and tired. I am. I'm not used to doing this 8 o'clock at night. So we got that set. So now we can start the really diabolical stuff. What did I do to these paper towels? It's fun when you open a new roll and just tear them all apart. Okay, so I got those set. Oh, hey, got milk? Beat the yolk, it owes you money. Wouldn't it be easier to use a hand blender and set? Yeah, I could have done that, but I didn't. I have a hand blender. I actually used it the other day. It worked nicely. I got potato all over the kitchen. So, in a heavy saucepan... Things I don't tell you for reasons. In a heavy saucepan over medium heat. So, it goes up to 10. I put it on 5. That should be medium. Heavy saucepan over... I don't think I need that kind of heat. I think I need the little burner. Combine butter, brown sugar, water, corn syrup, lemon juice, and salt. So, butter was 1/4 cup, doubling, so half a cup. Which I've actually had the butter sitting out for 30 minutes to try to get it a little softer. Hopefully that helps. Get in there. Get nice and toasty. So the butter. What was next? Corn syrup, correct? How much corn syrup did I need? 1.5. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's get to the brown sugar first. So 2/3 would be 1.5. Yes. 1.5 cups of brown sugar, which I can use this. This is dry. I'm going to use the old package first. I'm going to pack that. And then I got to open this from another end so it's clean. Hey, my paring knife ended up with the steak knives again.
I know what you're talking about.
Every time. Okay.
I can neither confirm or deny that.
Hey, this light brown sugar is lighter than the store version from the other store. I think Walmart has hijacked me. I don't think I got light brown sugar. I think I got straight up Caucasian sugar.
No, that is brown sugar.
Well, it's not to be confused with albino sugar, which you get from Domino. Alright. So, 1.5 cups of brown sugar. Okay. And then 1.5 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons of the light corn syrup, which I already grabbed. One, two, woo, 3. Got really happy there with that third one. It's okay though. Make it work. Or as someone once said, it's a happy accident. Okay. Lemon juice, which we want 2 teaspoons of the lemon juice. Okay, that's starting to do something. 2 teaspoons of the lemon juice. Okay, lemon juice and salt. How much salt was it? Now, I know I'm on like a little measuring kick, but come on, guys, it's just salt. There we go. And I think I need water. Lemon juice, salt, brown sugar, water. Yes, I do need water. 2 tablespoons water. So 4 tablespoons water. Excuse me. Okay, there's the water. And I have that on medium-high heat. And one of the most important things, and this is one of the reasons it took me a while to do this recipe, is to have the candy thermometer. Make sure that it does not go over, under, or anything like that. Get that butter over here so I'm not just checking the temperature of butter. Okay. This needs to go up a little. I need to turn it so I can see it too. It needs to come down a little. There we go. Alright, so it's at about a little over 100. So bring to a boil. It's starting to boil. Stirring occasionally. I'm going to go ahead and give that a stir because I haven't stirred it at all. And already everything's starting to melt in it. Except the butter. Oh, there it goes. And it's a nice uniform brown mixture, if you can see it. But yeah, that definitely looks like some caramel or some butterscotch. So stir it occasionally until the mixture registers at 240. So right now, I have this going up. It's actually going up quite rapidly. So those of you who are playing the secret word game, your next word is colorful. The word is colorful. Again, guys, sometimes I'm in a little better mood. I'm a little more energetic. It's late at night. And one of the things with this recipe is... Oh, it's almost up to 200. Dang, that's getting hot fast. One of the things with this recipe is you have to chill it for 4 hours to 24 hours. And with the time constraints, I wasn't able to do this Sunday. So let me go ahead and read this to you. In a heavy saucepan over medium heat, combine the butter, brown sugar, water, corn syrup, lemon juice, and salt. Bring to a boil, stirring occasionally, and melt the butter and dissolve the sugar. Continue cooking on a rolling boil, stirring occasionally until the mixture registers at 240 for about 3 minutes. So when that happens, I'm going to adjust the heat to medium-low and simmer gently, stirring frequently until the mixture registers at 300. So, I see it bubbling now. So it's about 200 right now. So I need it at what, 240? Oh, it's still going up, baby. Get that burner right there on the right. Yeah, it says 240. Give me a sec. I need a drink, guys. And it's starting to boil. It's cute. I mean, it definitely looks like some bubbling hard candy, which, that's cool. All right, it's almost there. We're at about maybe 225. It's really, really bubbling, and it's getting foamy. So 250 is that line. We're at 225 right now, and it is starting to shimmer. Simmer, simmer. Oh, now we're really boiling. I mean, it looks like pouring a Coke. That's the foam that I'm looking at right now. If you can see it, I don't know if you can or not. It's really a cool color. That is one of the things I do miss. Okay, this is about right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on medium-low. I'm moving it from 5 to 3. And it is giving a bittersweet burnt fragrance. So I'm going to let that go until it reaches about 300. Right? Yep, 300. And I think I stir frequently, right? All right. Stirring frequently until it comes to 300. So I am going to start stirring this up now. The sides of the pot are sticky. I mean, this looks like someone took a soda and froze it. And it does smell burnt. But it's not even at 250 yet. So wait a minute, how does this work? If I turn the heat down, but the temperature still goes up? Does that make sense to you?
No. Well, I mean, it would go up to the temperature that the burner is set at.
Okay, stirring frequently. So wait a minute. Medium low and simmer gently. The mixture should bubble lazily and steady if not heating accordingly. Stirring frequently. Adjust the heat to medium low and simmer gently until the mixture registers at 300 to 310. Well, the heat's not going up. I'm going to move the heat actually back up to medium high. It is bubbling. Let me make sure that the thermometer is in there perfectly. I think they want to give you time to do everything that we just did. Maybe that's why you're turning it down. But I do want to get this up to 300. Which that is one of the things that I've noticed about, hold on. Wouldn't it be easier to use a hand blender? Yeah, I already got that. Ha! Which I did notice that earlier in the book, back when I did, I think the Traveler's Stew, it had me simmer something on low, and when I did that, it didn't finish cooking. So sometimes the book isn't written clearly. I'm going to stop stirring that for a minute. Maybe it will gain some heat. Or maybe my thermometer will fog up. Ooh. Alright, it's rising again. We're almost 250. Yeah, I think by jumping ahead, I kind of made extra work for myself, because I can see while this gains temperature, you do have enough time to make the yolk and cream mixture. Yeah, it's still not even to 250 yet. I mean, I have it all the way in there. It looks like it should be about 300 degrees. Now it's about to hit 250. And I have that thermometer in there right. So it's thermometering. Give me a second. Oh, those of you still have time if you're playing the secret word game. Give me a sec. looks and smells like caramel. Yeah, that's, whoa, that jumped. I just walked away and that jumped. We are almost at 300 just by letting it sit. That is definitely caramel. Oh, as soon as I start whisking it, it goes down. But letting it sit, it almost hit target temperature. Huh. That's insane. I don't know my thermodynamics, but I don't know what you call it, but I think stirring it actually cooled it.
Yes, it does.
Oh, crap. That's what's taking so long. Alright, so I'm going to walk away again, and maybe it'll cooperate. See, this is why I'm doing it the night before this time, rather than taking off. Alright. That didn't work like I wanted it to. And it is bubbling lazily like it described. Like it has a really cool foam on it. I mean, it looks like something out of a horror movie. And it smells really good. Like it smells like burning sugar. Do you smell it?
Yes.
What do you think? Caramel. Caramel, whatever you call it.
Whatever it is, it smells burnt to me. But then again, my sinuses are acting up because of my eyes. So.
Well, according to the description, that's what it's supposed to smell like. Oh, this is getting really thick and creamy, but it's still not 300 degrees. It's caramel. I made caramel.
Okay. What was it supposed to be?
It's butterscotch, but I'm going to call it done just for the sake of, I don't know. Let me try temperaturing it in another spot.
I'm going to call this chocolate milk.
Oh, you making chocolate milk?
Yes.
Oh. May I have some chocolate milk? I'm a good girl. Here's my cup. Oh. I have chocolate milk. Okay, now it's starting to get like a really cool... Oh, what do you know? I let it sit and it hit 300. So the thermometer has a bitter... Okay, so about 6 minutes more. So while I do that, I was supposed to blend everything together. I'm going to go ahead. That is the target heat. I'm going to remove that from the burner. As the instructions say to do. I'm going to give it one last whisk. And it's actually a lot darker now than it was a second ago. So remove pan with the brown sugar caramel mixture from heat. Very carefully pour about half the cream milk mixture. And it will bubble. So I'm moving it over here. Wait a minute. A half? Or about a half cup. So about a half cup. Okay. Those of you playing the secret word game, your next word is, helps if I grab one card, fish. Your word is fish. Oh, wow, that got really hard. Okay. caramel mixture from heat very carefully. The mixture will bubble and stream, possibly sprout or whisk vigorously, but with care. Caramel mixture is seized or stuck in the corners of the pan. It will remelt and loosen again. Return the pan to medium heat. And whisk together. And whisking constantly, add the remaining milk. Well, it didn't stick to the pan, it stuck to the whisk. It says vigorously with care. I'm losing some of it. And I got globs now. It said it will remelt and loosen. Okay. So, but with care for about 1 minute, reaching corners, return and whisk constantly, adding the remaining milk. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add the rest of this. You can see where that's all stuck on my whisk. Okay. And continue whisking until any bits of caramel have been fully melted and mixture reaches a simmer about 3 minutes more. Well, how do I know if it's simmering if I'm whisking it? I'm actually curious. Oh my god, that's caramel. Okay. So I'm gonna let you go. And why do I keep these on the stove if I just knock them on the floor constantly?
I could tell you in layman's terms, but...
So while that's going on, I'm going to skip ahead and wait for that to simmer. It says add 1/2 cup of the caramel to the egg yolks. Again, whisking constantly. So I'm supposed to add that to this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then whisk constantly. Okay, wait for this to simmer. I'm going to actually turn it up some so it will simmer. I'm getting impatient and I shouldn't be playing with the heat like this. I'm sorry, guys. So I think what I'm doing is I'm using that mixture on the cornstarch and egg yolk to keep that smooth. Because in a second here, I'm going to be adding this back to this. And I see why they want me whisking this constantly, because I can already feel it sticking. Okay. Actually, that's going to be the last time I use this, and I'm curious, sorry. That's caramel. I seriously made caramel. That's hilarious. I don't know why, but that is so funny to me. Alright, that is starting to simmer, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add the eggs. Is it simmering? I can't tell. Yeah, it is. Make sure I get all them eggs because those yolks tend to settle. I'm going to whisk that together for 1 minute. So when that minute is up, which I have less than a minute now, I'm going to add the scotch and, well, actually I got whiskey. I'm going to be adding the whiskey and the vanilla. So the whiskey is only going to be 1 tablespoon, which I'm going to double up, which I found out a shot bottle is 3 tablespoons, so not too much of the whiskey. And for the vanilla, I want 1 teaspoon, which is 2 teaspoons. So, 1, 2, and then 2/3 a bottle of the whiskey. Mix that together, and then over here on the next page, set a fine meshed strainer over a bowl and pour pudding in, and with a flexible spatula, fold and stir the pudding gently, working through the strainer. So I got that covered. Here's my fine mesh strainer, and for a bowl, I'm actually going to use my favorite metal pot. I see why I'm using the strainer. It's a little thick on the bottom. So hopefully this sets. Not sure why I'm straining, because if you can see, nothing is... I melted that really good. Alright, I see some bits. Maybe I just made it too thin. But I can see some hard caramel there. Caramel, whatever you call it. I call it both. This actually is more pudding-like. What I'm scraping off the bottom that I just heated a little more. So if it doesn't set right, then it doesn't set right. But either way, it's going to be delicious. Oh my god. And so with that, next up is cover it with parchment paper or wrap it. I'm actually going to use the pot lid. As soon as I find the pot lid, but you know what? I can do that off camera. And then refrigerate until cold and set at least 4 to 24 hours. At serving time, stir the pudding gently until smooth, then top with the whipped cream. So that being said, is why I didn't do this Sunday, because of the amazing time constraints. Again, guys, remember, I am 1/3 of the way to being monetized on YouTube. I'm 2/3 of the way to being partnered with YouTube. All I need for you guys is to watch this, like, share, subscribe, the same stuff as always. If you really like what I do and you don't want to see me go on hiatus again, definitely hit up my Cash App and PayPal. I also do have Amazon, and you can follow me on social media. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And remember, by playing the... I can't talk. I'm way too tongue-tied.
Secret word game.
Yes, the secret word game. I do not take off my clothes. That is rule number 1, and a lot of you like to pretend that that rule doesn't exist. The last word of the game is deer. So, I will see you next week. Bye! And I can't turn off the camera.
No.
There we go. Yes, I want to stop streaming. Let me stop